So I asked Jeremy to give me a hard time today and make me do some examples of this new personalization um, placeholder, if you will, that we're doing at SalesBread. It's called the wild card. Um,
Nice.
and so Jeremy's grabbed a bunch of random LinkedIn profiles and we're going to do some walkthroughs. I'll share my screen, but
Yeah, I remember
well,
like I was like complaining about the lame personalization of most of them and wondering like
uh-huh.
why don't we actually talk about what people on their site want to talk about, right? So for
Yeah, like
example, I'm a runner, that could be a very nice PS for me, like talking about like, how much I love jogging and it's like, oh, let's connect
that's
on that,
true.
right?
That's true. So basically, we're trying to address um, let's call it the lame attempts at personalization where when you receive messages like this you roll your eyes and you wonder, can't they do a better job, right? Or maybe you're trying to break into the realm of high quality cold outreach.
Yeah.
I want to show a few examples of what I think that looks like and how you can do the same, but um, you'll
Yeah,
see it just takes more work.
you're right. And I think that's why we value it more, right? I mean, the floor's been raised. Like now it's obvious, like, especially now with AI doing personalization, you end up with some
Yeah.
kind of lame personalization. And if you want to do it yourself, unless you really build up on something specific, you're going to be, you know, you're going to be confused with an AI trying to actually do the thing. And so you don't want to be in
That's
that
right.
position. And if I recall the best outreach that I had in terms of personalization, they were always not something you can immediately, well, not something the AI will come up with, right?
And that's the mission. Is what you wrote clearly written by a thoughtful person and not the
That's
cheap
right.
AI, right? Because the cheap AI doesn't work. Um, I'm not even going to say anymore. I think we've always been able to smell a bulk personalization line, unless it was really carefully thought out, like attending the same event
Yeah.
and we're both into whatever. I mean, I did a campaign at one point to founders in Prague, and I filtered by the ones that had beer in their profile on LinkedIn. And so the ask was, want to grab a beer on this day, whatever. And
That's funny.
that did really well. It was just very easy to, you know, um, but the bar is
Okay.
raised. We can't always have that advantage. Let's do a few. Okay.
All right.
Jeremy, do you want to put a timer?
That's what I was about to say. I'm gonna throw 10 minutes on a timer and let's see how many we can do. Right.
I,
I,
I mean,
I
the
can do like
joke
10
is,
profiles.
yeah, I told Jeremy, like, we're not gonna do 10. Like, by definition, um, wild card or great personalization should take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes sometimes. Like, imagine I want to listen to your interview that you just gave on a podcast. We're gonna do one today, right? But the
You need to
idea
listen in
is,
10x.
yeah, 10x, no, but there's ways around it. My point is, I don't care about churning these out really quick, and
Sure.
um, it's more about, can you use this as an edge that your competitors are not doing in order
Mm.
to get more replies, more deals, more business through cold outreach. So let's take a look at Leanne. Okay, so we've
And it,
got,
and it's
first thing I'm
probably
looking
like,
for.
a 10K customer potential. It's like it's not the $49, per
Thank you.
person, right?
Yeah, don't waste your time if you're not really going after bigger fish. So sometimes there's some interesting profile pictures. That's like an obvious first place to go if they're
Yeah.
holding up a big, bass or something. Nothing here. Okay, so I continue. And all right, lots to read about the about section. I like
Yeah.
to zoom in and go kind of towards the bottom.
She likes to talk about
Get it?
herself. Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Conquered the summits of Kilimanjaro. Jeremy, you're making it
Nice.
easy for me.
And Mount Everest base camp. So you could ask her, like, hey, is there any plan in the
That's
future
amazing.
to go to the top of the Everest?
That's right. Oh, that's actually really good. Okay, yeah.
What's next on what's the next summit for you?
Exactly. That's perfect. So here, and by the way, this is just like the bones of a cold outreach message. I'm going to write something that goes right after the name. And in this case, it would say something like, yeah, what's the next summit you're after this year?
That's
right? Like,
nice.
I mean, you could even, I mean, it depends on your style, right? But um, at times I'm goofy with it, and I'd say something like, um, "How can you top Everest?" You know,
But she
and
did only the
it,
base comp, so you could actually like, choose
oh
her.
my gosh,
I mean, I
it's
don't know.
still, I know this much about climbing, and that
Right.
is enough to say that's a heck of a feat. So,
Hey,
all right, you gave me an easy one,
quick
but look,
thing.
it's yeah.
Sorry, Jack. Quick thing. Personally, and then the reader do what they want, and you can give us also your take on this. But I will use a PS when it has absolutely nothing to do with actually the business. It may not be the first thing they see for, so there is this sort of like thing, but I don't
I
know.
put it right up front. I put it right up front.
Okay,
I mean,
do
look,
it.
here's the good thing is like if this is a LinkedIn campaign, for example, it makes a ton of sense that you would have read their
True.
profile. And so there's not a head scratch moment. Cold email, get a little bit more creative, but at the end of the day, it still works. Do whatever you can to get it in that teaser preview thing before they open the email, in my opinion. That means, yeah.
Oh, no, that's fine. I'm thinking like to combine the two, you could potentially put the name like, hey, Jane or whatever she's called, like Leon,
Yeah.
and then put in brackets, something, as in like it's something aside, it's not really a personalization. Or it is a personalization, but it's not really an intro line.
You're
Okay.
talking about the subject line, Jeremy?
No, 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 no. I'm talking about like in email. So I will be saying like, hi, Leon, brackets, by the way,
Oh,
or
yeah,
something like,
parentheses.
yeah, parentheses, sorry, not brackets. Bah.
Yeah, it's something. I think that's
Okay,
maybe a little bit beyond the cast, but let's see. Let's see another one.
it is.
Okay, so uh, pretty picture, but I have nothing to say to it. That's fine.
Blank picture.
And Jeremy, this is not English. Ah,
Yeah, I know, right?
oh my gosh. All
Are you gonna
right,
do
I'm
with this
out.
one? You're out
What am I gonna
already.
do? Hey, client, I told you we only do English campaigns. I have nothing to say.
I would actually
That's
scroll
fine. That
down and then actually see if there is any volunteer, any like quick thing I can build on.
yeah.
Like, okay, interest Amazon,
I don't
yeah,
know,
okay.
Jeremy.
All
No.
right.
I mean, granted, like if his whole profile's in not English, I
Fine.
have a stand a poor chance of getting an English reply with an English message. So pass. I mean, granted, there's yes, you could translate the whole thing. Okay, Jeremy. Is this another what language is
This
this?
one is a dry one, right? There's not even a picture.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, this is a takeaway. So notice how we're talking about, I call it the wild card personalization. It allows you to essentially work off of there's no templates here. It's just, do you see something that this individual will thank a writer for noticing?
No,
Okay. They're
there is
obviously,
not even like hasn't posted anything yet. It's like it's
that's
not even like
fine.
he's not
No,
broadcasting
it's
anything about
still
him.
okay. It's still okay. Cause then what I would do is I would want to see, all right, well, maybe there's almost nothing about his bio on his site, but let's go to the company website. And as long as it's not in another language of English, all
Netherlands.
right, Jeremy, I'm out.
You're
This
out.
one is another foreign one. No, I look. This is a personalization walkthrough, not a language challenge here. Let's do
Hey,
Robert. Come
quick
on.
question. Would you
Yeah.
not actually just use like I don't know, like for French through like if it was a French profile or whatever, you will comment on a French on your experience of you going to France? Or something that actually
Well,
links you to to the culture of that
um,
person.
be careful. I mean, remember, I do this on behalf of clients, so I actually don't have that luxury,
Okay,
right?
fine.
Let's see. Let's see here. It feels like the last two sentences typically are more like fun anecdotes here. So, network in the field of sports management and super yachts.
Super. Yo, it's
Okay, so
interesting, right?
that is interesting. So he's the owner of Marine Pool. If he's the owner, there's a good chance that he's got a little
Look,
about section on the website.
look at his title.
Let's,
Come on, like if you put a title like that, you want to be commented. Like, look at his title at Robert,
what does it say?
the
Oh,
spirit
there
of the
you go.
ocean. Like, clearly he wants to talk about like, you know,
Yeah, and that's an interesting one. Like I would want to know like what yacht race was that? But let's see. I think we can do some good here. Marine Pool, where's your website? Let's go about. Let's go. Here we go. .de. Is this a German
It's a
site,
German
Jeremy?
stuff, yeah.
You're killing me right now. You know that.
Well, it doesn't have to be in
That's
German.
fine. Let's
Look,
see.
it's
No
only
worries.
English. Come
Let's.
on.
All right. All right. We're in good shape. Okay. So, all right. I'm looking immediately for an about section. News. That's a good sign.
Okay.
Company. All right. I'm going here. And look, notice the time. This takes a minute, you know?
Yeah, come on, man.
Um, okay. So they got showroom, contact, lame. Let's see what news. Okay. Join our journey, share the spirit. Okay. This is
Beginning of the
basically a
year.
month ago. He
Yeah.
went to a boat event in Dusseldorf, Hall 11. All right. That's pretty lame still,
Yeah, I agree.
but
Look, it's still
let's see.
consistent. Look, there's like on the archive, there's a lot of 2023.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah. Which
Let's
means
see.
maybe this year there will be some like, hey, you could actually just here is me speedballing. You could actually take like we are coming to March. You could take March of last year, like March 2023, in
Yeah.
the archive, right? And you could say, are you planning like March 20? Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
You're
you're
planning to
smart,
also
Jeremy.
do, whatever is the
You're
event
so
in that
smart.
2023,
That
right?
is genius.
That's
You're
what I'm
you're
thinking.
good. Okay. Austrian Boat Show.
Yeah,
Come on.
exactly. Like, hey, are you going to go to the Australian Boat Show this year?
Ah, brilliant. Okay. Jeremy for the win. Let's put it
Woo!
here. We're gonna say name, you know. Let's say if
All right,
yeah.
curious.
Let's see. Yeah, curious if uh
You're planning, yeah. Maybe the event's been cancelled or whatever. Or like it was a one-off. Who knows?
well, and then like there's an annoying step, but like
Yeah, you have to
let's
figure it
grab
out. Yeah.
exactly. All right, so it just happened. Okay, but I love the approach. Let's do one or two more. Um basically, the takeaway there is just remember if someone has a dry LinkedIn profile, that's fine. It doesn't mean that that's it.
Yeah.
Um you can check out the site. So we have web sales manager. All right, all right. He's posted 2 days ago. Good for him. All right. He
Oh,
reposted and reposted and reposted.
one thing that could be interesting as well is I mean, in this case, this is you're playing in hardcore mode because in easy mode, they should all be like, regional director or whatever, like is the title you're going after, right? Head of
Yes.
HR, whatever. So you will have those sort of like baseline, and everyone that goes different from that baseline is potentially something that, could talk about.
Let me try this one with you here. So we're gonna do site colon this and then the guy's name. Yeah, he's such a junior person that he's not even anywhere on the company website. Usually
Got
it's
it.
like our team or whatnot.
Nice.
I'll also do this. Um, let's see if he was on an interview.
Yeah, look, show results with interview, so it's probably
Yeah,
not.
exactly. Let's interview. It's getting a little bit thin, but okay. You know what, Jeremy? I'm going to humor you. Let's imagine this is all we have to go on. What can we say? All
Hmm.
right. I'm going to look at his. Let's go to a
From
post
yeah,
2 days ago. Woo! All right. I don't know if
he
he's a
just
candidate for this
reposted. It just reposted, I believe. That's not even
exactly, but he
him.
must like it. What did he say about it? SEO highlights for his company.
Could be just a
Okay.
friend, to be honest. Those are difficult
No,
to
no, no. He
figure out.
works at this is his
Oh
coworker.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, all right. Aesthetics, growth pages. I'm going to get a takeaway here. All right. Here's the
It
hint. Our
shows
top
that good
performing page for this
content.
keyword doesn't have any backlinks or referring domains. Okay. This is what I'm going to say. This is weird, but
I like.
with wildcard personalization, sometimes you have to stretch, but he just posted this 2 days ago, so it should work. All right. Basically, You still with me, Jeremy?
Yeah,
I think
yeah, I'm with you.
let's go. All right. So here's the takeaway. I'm gonna say name. Completely agree that, let's say, in my own words, the right content um, can drive clicks, um, even without backlinks. Thanks for reposting. That's it. And he knows
Mm.
what I'm talking about because it was 2 days ago. Do you hate that, or you would
Without the
appreciate
thanks for reposting, I would have, just argue with you. Like, hey, do you think? But the thanks for reposting is actually pretty interesting.
it? Okay. All right. I'll take a pretty interesting. Our timer went off, I'm sure. Um,
Yes, but that was
was there
good.
anyone I didn't get to that you're like, oh, give that one a go? I want to see.
They were honestly just
All right.
random
Then let me see if
profile we have on our accounts.
okay. I always get worried if
I know, right? This one's he hasn't posted anything. He's just
I
a
know
chicken
this
founder. It
person.
doesn't say
I
anything.
know this person.
Oh, you do?
He was the drummer of my friend's band in college. I'm
No
dying.
F way. No way.
Jerry, holy cow. Yeah, so this is a bit of a
Well, you
this
know
is
how the
like
wild
very
card's gonna work then.
for that. There you go. Yeah, Jerry, are you still drumming these days?
Amazing.
All right, we'll end on that one, but
That's what are the
what is
chances?
pretty much zero because that is
Small
never
world.
happened. Oh my gosh, I'm dying. I don't know what to say. Okay, but bringing it back home, I can't tell if like this was obvious stuff or some of this was a little bit more, I don't know, good to see it, how the research steps work. What are your notes?
For me, it's awesome. This is not necessarily something I have the skill to do, or I kind of, but it's not something that I practice very often. So seeing that for me is great because it's like, yeah, it doesn't have to be that complicated. It's just like it needs to be going into it. And but I do love it. Like it is
Mm.
brilliant. Personally, I think
Okay.
that's definitely something that will help you, shine away. And definitely something not the AI will actually have picked up, right? The bot stuff, like in, the bot event in like that's not gonna happen, right? The AI is not gonna think of that. So
Right. And I think that's how I view this, Jeremy, is your competitors, let's face it, are they really hustling like this for you?
mm-mm.
Um, are they relying on ChatGPT and calling it a day? My take is if you can do things that your competitors won't, you have an edge, even if you're not the world's greatest copywriter, or even if you are selling the world's most important hot product, this is going to give you the edge. So I say if you're struggling, by all means use this to your advantage, or pay someone like SalesBread to help you do it properly, so you don't have to worry about building the team for it. But certainly worth looking into.
Yeah, brilliant.
Cool. Um, awesome. Check out quickmail.com for cold email software that is going to be rock solid for you. And there's course.quickmail.io for you if you just want to get schooled up on what to know. Cool, Jeremy.
Love it. Thanks, Jack.
All right.
Awesome.
See ya.
Good
Bye.
stuff.